Studies indicate significant correlation between hydraulic fracturing and an uptick in seismic events, attributing hundreds of earthquakes each year to this extraction method. Greetings everyone. Today we're going to unpack the seismic shifts caused by the shale oil boom in the United States. The U.S. shale boom has redefined global oil production, challenging the long-held dominance of Russia and Saudi Arabia. If you find this video interesting, please support us by hitting the like button. Now, let's get started. Since its inception in the mid-2000s, the U.S. shale boom has significantly influenced the global economy and oil pricing dynamics. While figures may differ slightly, a notable instance is when the United States claimed the title of the world's leading oil producer in 2018. Outpacing Russia, Saudi Arabia, and Canada. This was a blessing for the United States, but a disaster for oil-producing countries. Energy serves as a critical pillar for a nation's economy, security, and industrial livelihood. As such, it is also deeply intertwined with politics. Historically, the U.S. has maintained its reserve currency dominance by tying international oil trades to the dollar, frequently competing with OPEC nations. Amidst concerns over digital currencies and global financial shifts potentially undermining the dollar, the U.S. has utilized the shale revolution as a strategic asset to reinforce its monetary influence. The shale revolution marks a significant 21st-century shift in the energy sector, altering the global energy market's balance of power. The shale revolution has caused the price of crude oil, which rose to an average of $141 per barrel in 2008, to fall to a benchmark $28 per barrel in 2016. Let's delve into what shale oil is, and how it has catapulted the United States to the forefront of global energy production. Crude oil is broadly divided into traditional or conventional crude oil, and non-traditional or unconventional oil resources. Crude oil mined in the Middle East, such as Saudi Arabia, is traditional crude oil. The term petroleum derives from the Latin for rock oil, reflecting its extraction from stone source rock, which has generated or has the potential to generate oil or gas. Typically allows the oil to migrate and accumulate in a single reservoir. Traditional crude oil is mined from this. Non-traditional crude oils include oil sands, heavy oil, coal liquefied oil, and shale oil. Simply put, these are oil resources that have become available through technological developments. Shale, a sedimentary rock composed of consolidated mud, characteristically splits into thin layers. Shale oil is extracted from shale formations 2 miles underground, much deeper than traditional crude oil. Unlike traditional crude oil, it is extracted without flowing, and remains in the microscopic crevices of the shale layer, becoming shale oil if it is oil or shale gas if it is natural gas. Unlike conventional oil fields where crude oil is pooled in the subsurface, shale oil is dispersed throughout the rock formation. Incidentally, some countries are estimated to have more reserves than the U.S. Russia is estimated to have more shale oil reserves than the U.S. In the case of shale gas, China is ranked first. Looking back, when was shale oil first discovered? While the shale boom took off in the mid-2000s, the existence of shale oil was actually discovered over 2 centuries ago. Nonetheless, the technical challenges and high costs associated with extracting shale from depths of 1 to 2 miles rendered it impractical for many years. Then along came George Mitchell, the driving force behind the shale revolution in the late 1970s. Energy resources in Texas were depleted, and American energy companies began to develop oil fields overseas. Mitchell also established a company called Mitchell Energy, and made a lot of money. But it was no match for the major overseas energy companies. He had money and could have gone into other businesses, but he decided to try his hand at shale development. Everyone around him, including his son, a geologist, was vehemently opposed to his challenge. But Mitchell overcame the opposition, and developed a method called hydraulic fracturing in 1998. Hydraulic fracturing involves pouring large volumes of water with sand and a small amount of chemicals at high pressure from the surface to create microscopic fractures in shale formations that hold natural gas and oil. This was a revolutionary method. But hydraulic fracturing alone could not have brought about the shale revolution. Fracturing the rock was not enough. With traditional crude oil, you could drill vertical wells to locate and extract the crude oil reservoirs. But this method was inefficient for shale oil, which is horizontal and widely distributed. In 2001, a company called Devon Energy acquired Mitchell's company and combined its horizontal drilling technology with Mitchell Energy's hydraulic fracturing method. The development and commercialization of the technology followed distinct paths. However, developing and commercializing a technology are two different things. The initial techniques were more cost-effective compared to the traditionally expensive deep drilling methods. At the price of crude oil at the time, it was only a loss to drill and sell crude oil using this method. Also, there were many technical inadequacies. But there was no development without doing it, so investment was necessary. The 2008 subprime crisis precipitated a global financial meltdown, prompting the U.S. to implement a substantial quantitative easing strategy. Consequently, from 2009 to 2015, the U.S. maintained historically low interest rates, between 0 and 0.25%. This influx of capital subsequently revitalized market investments. Investors typically seek compelling narratives to justify their commitments. Time provided this narrative when, in 2011, international oil prices surged past $100 per barrel. The spike in oil prices created an appealing investment opportunity, rendering shale oil extraction economically feasible. The combination of very low interest rates and rising oil prices led to the creation of a new shale company called Fracking. And the United States entered the shale revolution, becoming the world's #1 oil-producing country in 2018. It raises the question as to why China, despite having larger shale gas reserves than the U.S., has not aggressively tapped into this resource. First of all, there is a major technological problem. China's drilling technology has not caught up with that of the United States. Furthermore, hydraulic fracturing requires large amounts of water, and all the areas where Chinese shale gas reserves are expected to be found are short of water, even if they somehow manage to supply the water and drill out the gas. It would not be profitable. Moreover, hydraulic fracturing is fraught with several issues. Firstly, there are concerns about groundwater contamination. In fact, there is considerable criticism of shale energy in the U.S. When shale energy is drilled, the tap water of homes in the vicinity is so infused with shale gas that it burns when lit on fire. While some dismiss these claims as hoaxes, the primary concern lies in the induction of earthquakes. Once an earthquake-free zone, Oklahoma has now experienced a surge in seismic activity, with hydraulic fracturing for shale oil identified as a contributing factor. France has already banned shale gas extraction by law, and several U.S. states have also banned it. Recently, there has been a movement to ban hydraulic fracturing itself as it is too harmful to the environment. Speculation abounds that U.S. shale oil reserves may deplete swiftly due to their rapid peak production rates compared to conventional crude oil. Yet, the future is not set in stone. Despite predictions in 2015 that the American shale industry might falter under OPEC's low oil price strategy, the U.S. ascended to the top oil producer by 2018, suggesting the potential for new technological advancements or developments. This analysis underscores how shale oil has propelled the U.S. to a leading position as the world's top oil producer. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more insightful content. Take care and see you in the next video. Goodbye.